This thing on? This thing on. Charles Drakes, what up? Sean, what up? Hey, good morning to you, Kurt. Suave, what's going on? I gotta take this mask. So remember, masks are mandatory now. Gotta have mandatory mask in the Dominican Republic and probably most places. I think New York is mandatory. What's on my head? Good morning, Felicia. Mask are mandatory in New York and they're definitely mandatory in the Dominican Republic now, so you gotta have a mask. They'll actually take you to jail if you do not have a mask. Black Panther, what up? Good morning. Dante Blair, how you doing? Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Service, y'all. Mr. Flip Flop, a.k.a. Greg, a.k.a. the sidekick of Big Spew, a.k.a. Big Bully, Linden Bully, a.k.a. We here Sunday Service, y'all. Glad you're here with me. So real quick, shout to all the first responders. Shout to all the healthcare workers. Much appreciated everything you guys do. Each and every one of you. So shout to those guys. And also, real quick, we all need to do a mental check on our friends and families. You know, I know you guys don't speak to, we don't speak to our peoples as much, but we need to do a mental check for our friends and family. But most of all, we need to do a mental check for you. Each and every one of you need to do a mental check for yourself. Make sure you're all right. And I say that because these are trying times. These are hard times. And the reality is, you know, this can be very stressful. I watched a video the other day that said that there will be a rise in suicides even before this event is over. And that touched me a little bit because I know a lot of people are going through it, stressed about money, stressed about life, stressed about having to sit home, you know, feel like you're locked up. So try to keep your mind going. So do a mental health check for yourself and for your friends and family. Make sure you check on them, see how everybody's doing. Also, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, guys, so you guys know when I'm going live. Hey, Ma, how you doing this morning? Bishop, what's good with you? Kevin Jimenez, yeah, I see. I do notice that DR is kind of following everything that New York is doing, which is dope. I mean, you know, they're trying to get things in order. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Willie Wiggins, what's up? Good morning. Gary Jones, appreciate you, man. All the essential workers, I apologize. All the essential workers like yourself, Gary Jones, definitely appreciate you guys every day for what you guys do. Ernest, how you doing this morning? Aiden Diaz, what's up? Mayor, oh, we got Mayor in the building. What's up, Mayor? Frankie Spice, good morning. Jesse Short, good morning, brother. How you doing? Keeping it corona free. There you go. 905, how you doing, brother? I got to follow you on Instagram. I saw your Instagram real quick I was all over the place last night. JC, Chef JC, how you doing, brother? Shiz ATL in the building. Chow Mein Ba, how you doing? Ray Loyal. Selena for life. Murder Mason in the building. How you doing, Ryan? All right, so Lenny been in the building. What's going on? Dennis Beecham, Simon. We're going to talk about that, Ernest, right now. Sean, Brooklyn in the house. FF, what up? Curl, Eric Guest. So let me get to this real quick. So we got 115 in the live, 27 likes. Get those likes up, please. And like I said, like, subscribe. I can't talk today. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell. So I always say we, because it's a team effort. As of Friday, no, I'm sorry, was it Friday or Saturday? I'm off. I'm off a day. As of this weekend, we have fed over 500 families in the Sosua and surrounding areas. So round of applause to all you guys, everybody who donated, all my friends and family, the YouTube community, Paradise Life community, Facebook guys, everybody. Shout to everybody. We have fed over 500 families. Shout to my partner Richie. He went in the mountains with his team and they fed a bunch of people. So we've been doing it. And shout to all the people that are doing it on their own as well. Every little bit counts and we're helping. I've gone over the numbers with Felix last night. I believe we'll be doing another 100 this week. So shout to all of you guys. And I say we because it's a team effort. Everybody in the neighborhoods and the campos are talking about me. They're hitting me up. I said, listen, I appreciate it, but don't forget it's a team effort. All of my people from YouTube, my friends and family from Facebook, Paradise Life, WhatsApp groups, all Instagram, they're part of it as well. So when you see guys with me, 9 times out of 10 they donated, make sure you give them a thank you because, you know, need to appreciate all you guys. So shout to all of you guys. We definitely did over 500. Chris was with me. Shout to Chris. He was here. He helped out on Friday. He saw how hard it was. Shout to Taylor May because I spoke to him and he told you guys on his live that it's not easy. Going shopping, organizing this stuff, getting these bags together, it is not easy. I'm glad Chris was there to help me organize the bags and experience that. I'm glad Taylor made and Skrilla, because Skrilla saw that. It's not easy. It's hard work, but we get it done and we do it for the people. So shout out to all of you guys. Let me catch up with these comments real quick. Third Mundo. I like to change the name. Third Mundo. That's what's up, brother. How you doing? King Enterprise in the building. Chris Jones. Miguel, my back is still hurting. I'm actually about to pay a taxi for my masseuse. I told her if it's as long as the taxi ain't over 1,000 pesos, I got it. I spoke to her yesterday and today. She's working on getting a taxi. I said I got it because right now, the more I lay down, it hurts worse. When I work out every morning. So when I do work out, my adrenaline kills the pain, but I'm able to do push-ups, flies, and curls. But when I try to do squats, my back reminds me that it's not happening. So appreciate you asking me. My back is hurts more when I lay down for a long period of time. Steven, what up? Good morning, brother. And my bad, Steven. I got to call you back today. I'll definitely call you back today. A1J, good morning, brother. Willie, I'm holding up, man. I'm holding up. Okay, so it was something else I had to say. Oh, so Bronx Thumbs, how you doing, brother? Bronx in the building. Wallace, Orlando in the building. Okay, so listen. Just so you guys know, the new mayor, Willie, El Chamo, as they call him, he already started moving in to the mayor's office. He will be sworn in on April 24th. So he gets sworn in April 24th. So we'll see what the new regimen brings. Everybody knows Willie. He's owner or co-owner of Clásicos, Latin Club in Puerto Plata, the casino in Sosua. He owns various businesses on the North Coast. He will be sworn in on the 24th of April. Let's see if we make Sosua great again. Let's see what happens. Michael Gilchrist, what's good? Good morning, brother. Charles Drake, I need a Chica fix. Sometimes we all do. Tell Jojo I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Happy Paradise Life Sunday. There we go. Paradise Life in the building. Appreciate that, Curl. Listen, it all good karma always comes back. That's what I'm about. And not just that. I mean, I said it before, and I don't think you guys, words can't really express. It's emotional for me because I have to see it in front of my face when we're out here doing this, or when I'm just out in the neighborhood walking around. People are hungry. Excuse me. People are hungry, and it touches a little bit because even though I'm helping, there's still a lot of people I'm not reaching. A lot. Shout to everybody else that is doing the charity work as well, giving food out as well. There are a lot of people doing the same thing I'm doing. Shout to them. We're reaching a lot of people as much as we can, but we can't reach everybody. But that is the only thing that gets a little frustrating is that you want to help every single person, but it's almost impossible. Right now, for this week alone, I already got a list of 30 people already. We had 4 bags left. I think, like I said, Friday or Saturday. I'm off a day, and right when we had 4 bags left, 30 people just walked up out of nowhere. I even looked up, like, where did this mob come from? Word gets out fast. I got people who walk by here I'm in the office now, just, I want to use the AC. But I got people who walk by flip-flop every single day just to see if we're doing the food. Every single day. If they see me, they go, hey, what's up? What you doing outside? So, we're trying our best to help everybody. If I spray down a Chica with Lysol, they get offended. Oh, man. A1, be more in the building. I don't eat let me fix that. I love mangoes, Alex, but I don't eat the other mangoes. Yeah, AJ, the people needed it, man. We did. Tell Jojo I said what's up. No, Dominic, I did not do my pop-up live, and that's my fault. That was the other live I did the other day. Sidebar. Thank you, Dominic Davis, for shouting that out. Now, you guys, we're gonna do this live today. I got some topics I want to touch on, and you guys as well. We do Q&A at the end. But on Wednesday at 8 p.m., that will be the new episode, Quarantine and Chill. Shout out to the homie for giving me that title. Quarantine and Chill. Now, Quarantine and Chill will just be me and you guys, Sawan, and a straight up Q&A. So if you guys have questions that we don't get to today, If you guys got any questions you want to ask, any questions, that'll be for Wednesday, 8 p.m. Quarantine and Chill. Sit back with some wine and I'll answer some questions for you guys for the entire time. And if you have questions you want to answer, you won't be on the live, you can email me. I'll make sure those questions are a part of the live, or hit me on Instagram, or pop up to the live real quick, ask the question. I'll answer it. You come back and check later. I'm working on that, bro. I'm working on that. I know I need a chiropractor. That's the biggest thing, but it's my sciatic nerve. It's definitely the nerve. It's not bone, it's nerve. But I know seeing a chiropractor would help. But I also got to get massages. I got to get this massaged out. Because me stretching is one thing, but the stretches I need to do, shout out to my mom. She sent me a nice a link to some good sciatic stretches. The stretches I need to do require a second person to give me pressure. I can't do these stretches as much by myself. I won't fold as much. I won't push myself as hard. Whereas someone is actually pushing me, I'll get more out of the stretch. Appreciate that, Boston. Kerr, appreciate 20 to feed someone in need on me, no doubt, 100%. Kirkwood, no doubt. Oh, by the way, hold on, let me pull this up. Kirkwood, Capone Real Estate in the building. Kirkwood just started a Facebook group. Let me grab the link. I'm gonna put it in the comments section right now. Let me find Kirkwood. Expat Business Group on Facebook. For you guys that are interested, this is the businesses in Dominican Republic, I believe mainly the North Coast for right now. And you guys can, let me pause that. You guys can go on there and check it out. It's a Facebook group. So feel free to check that Facebook group out. On Facebook, Dominican Republic, Expat Businesses, Dominican Republic. Check that out. Hartford County, the building. Mick Moss, as far as right now, the curfew goes until April 30th, but that could change. Right now, April 30th is the date of the end of the curfew. Hit that like button, guys. Definitely hit that like button. Brian, appreciate it. You stay safe too. All of you guys, make sure you're just staying safe. And like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it a million times. Make sure you're doing a mental health check for your family, your friends, and for yourself. Like I said, for the Q&A, you guys ask me whatever you want, but I know someone had recently emailed me and asked me, and sorry it took me so long to get back to the email, but they asked me how I maintain such a positive attitude, positive mindset. I'm a firm believer of mind over matter. I'm a firm believer that your mind controls everything about you and your energy. Now, case in point, before I get to the couple topics I got. Case in point. Get a little personal right now, but I'm going to show you how strong my mind is. So I stopped smoking cigarettes cold turkey. I used to smoke a ton of cigarettes when I was a kid. Stopped smoking cigarettes cold turkey. Back when New York had the cigarettes start at $5 a pack. Woo! That's when I cut it off. Went cold. Had my last 3 packs. Excuse me. My last 3 packs. Once I got to that last cigarette, I smoked it down. I was done. No more cigarettes. Stopped smoking weed, cold turkey. Done. I stopped drinking for 2 years. I can mind over matter. So I know masturbation is a part of life. It's a part of life, right? It is. There's nothing wrong with it. One of my favorite pastimes. But as I tell you guys, I know some people are like, hey, I don't believe him, but whatever. Years ago, I messed with a lot of models and a lot of video chicks and stuff like that. And there was one time I was supposed to see this video chick. And I'm sitting at home bored, waiting for our date, but I'm just sitting at home doing nothing. And I kind of just, I guess, rubbed one out, right? Get a little personal, I told you. And I meet up with my brother. He goes, what happened to you and the video chick? I'm like, I didn't feel like seeing her. So all my friends would be like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why do you be standing these girls up? It is what it is. It's on my time. So one day I sat back and I had this amazing porn collection, like seriously. Me and my first girlfriend ever in high school, shout to her, we would watch porn because porn never gets boring. So I would just have tons of porn. All the new porn, I go in the DVD store and pull the new porn out. That's what it is. So I said, you know what? I had 2 boxes of porn, gave all the porn away. And I have not masturbated since 2002. Mind over matter. If you don't do it, you don't know about it. Like someone said, they never smoked weed before. If you don't do it, you can't miss it. I haven't done it that long. I don't miss it. No need for it. It's just mind over matter. It's one of those things, you know. So for me, the way I handle it, and I'd say that to say with mind over matter, the way I handle the quarantine is I just kind of just focus on here, which is why I tell you guys mental health check. It is not as easy as I'm saying it because this is going years and years of me doing this and focusing on my mind, but you can do it. There is a great book called The Secret. They made like a movie on Netflix, but you want to read the book. The book is actually better. And the secret is, and I've known this for a long time, but I had decided to read the book anyway. The secret is your energy that you give out is what comes back to you. If you're negative all the time, you'll receive nothing but negative energy. Nothing but bad things will happen to you. If you're positive all the time, you'll receive nothing but positive energy. Positive things will happen to you. If you believe you're going to win, you're going to win. If you believe you're going to lose, you're going to lose. And I'll give you a prime example. We were at the old Field of Dreams years ago. They had a raffle. The raffle was like, you win, you get a girl, you for free, right? Before they called the number, I told my man from Cali, I said, I'm about to win, but I'm going to give it to my homeboy because it's his birthday. They called the number out. I said, yeah, here you go. He said, how the hell did you do that? I said, I just believed I was going to win. Now, it doesn't always happen like that, but if you keep your mind strong and positive, things happen. Good things happen. You understand what I'm saying? If you believe that you're going to fail, you're going to fail. It is what it is. I've been to the point sometimes, I put the weight of the world on my shoulders. I've been to the point where sometimes I've been like, man, I don't know if we going to make it. Then I tell myself, yeah, we going to make it. There's no doubt about it, because the reality is I know I believe in me and I'm going to make it. But there's that little inch of doubt where I go, man, the average person can't do this. They can't pull this off. I don't know if I could pull it off. But then I tell myself, yes, you can pull it off. There's no reason you can't. So mentally, you have to be strong in every aspect of life, which is why I tell you guys all the time, for every negative, there's a positive. I find the good and positive in every single thing that happens, no matter what. Let me catch up on these comments real quick before I get into this stuff. 29, what's up with you, baby? It's all good. You ain't too late. You here. Chris Jackson, I would holler at Caprone. Kirkwood has his own real estate company. Do I see the prices dropping? Maybe at first, because of the way things are right now. Maybe at first. But I'm telling you right now, this is good. You ain't got to listen to me. I ain't just saying Sosua. Dominican Republic as a whole, as long as they have certain things in place to make sure you guys don't get sick when you travel, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, this place will start booming faster than anywhere. It was already predicted that here in Guyana will not suffer through the economic recession in the Caribbean. There's an article on that right now. Bo Rakes, where he at? KT in the building. What's up, KT? King, yes, I've been to Crystal Ray many times. I used to live over there. What's that? There you go. Gary Jones is the cash app right there. Shout to Murder Mace. I appreciate that, KT. Curl, I'm by myself right now, so I can't get nobody walking my back. But like I said, I'm going to have my masseuse come, and she's going to come with her mask and massage me out, and I will have her help me with some stretches. Anita, good morning to you, love. But right now, no, I'm by myself, so I kind of just, like I said, laying down to me is the worst part about it. The more I lay down, as soon as I get up, I'm limping, and it's the worst. Dr. Giuliano. I'm going to look that up, Wallace. I will definitely look that up. Pinnacle, what's up with you, baby? No freaky. Do I have room for rent? No, I have a 2-bedroom, but no, I don't rent out. I'm a third world. I'm gonna call you 3D if you don't mind. And yeah, most of the people here were already wearing masks. It was more of the expats like myself. I was only wearing masks like when I went in the stores, but they made it mandatory. And I've been telling a lot of friends of mine who don't know, make sure you have a mask on at all times. Because a friend of mine was just in San Diego. He said they're pulling you over, spraying your car, and if you don't got a mask, they're asking you, hey, you got to buy one now, or you got to come with us. They're locking people up for not having masks. So yeah, 3D. Everybody right now is pretty much with masks on. I just don't like wearing a mask when I'm riding a moto, but they made it mandatory, so I'm putting it on. It is what it is. Facts, Lloyd. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Shout to Lloyd. I spoke to him this morning. Jaron, Red Hook in the building. Okay. Marcus, how you doing? Excuse me. Jaron, hold on. I told you it was my favorite pastime. I just decided to stop. I mean, it was mind over matter. Like I said, I was smoking almost a pack of cigarettes a day from the age of, I want to say 18. Well, I was smoking cigarettes when I was younger too, but since I played football, I had to stop. And, off season. I was smoking a pack a day from probably 18 to 21, 22. I just stopped cold turkey. And I was smoking cigarettes at a younger age. It just, it wasn't a habit until later on in life. JoJo TV, what up? Appreciate that, JoJo. Definitely gonna get these people this week. Like I said, we should be doing another 100 this week. Yeah, Jimmy P, Field the Dreams, man. These be my spot. Curl, you know what? I did it all, but the reason I stopped smoking weed, the main reason, was because I like alcohol more. I like alcohol. So since I would smoke a lot and drink a lot, like a lot, I had to tell myself one day, okay, man, we're getting too much. Like we're going in places we're going places back then. The pill game wasn't all that. But if I had to say, I was going places back that people with pills were going to. Now, I was smoking maybe an ounce a day by myself, a bottle of Hennessy, a bottle of vodka. I was young, so my body could take all that like it was nothing. Wake up the next day, do it all over again. But I had to slow down. I had to I said, you know what? If there's one thing I got to drop, I already dropped the cigarettes, but if there's one thing I got to drop, I choose liquor over weed. Just me. And at the time, they would come with all this fancy weed. Back then, it was just weed, good weed, bad weed. Now it was the fancy stuff and the hydro and they started naming it. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, it was just, can we go get some good weed? You know what I'm saying? So at the time when they started having all the fancy stuff, getting fancy smancy with it, I said, I'm done with the weed. I'm done with that. All right, so real quick, before I get back into the comments, I want to tell you guys something. You guys are going to be like, Greg, why are you saying it? We're so ready to travel. I want you all to be safe before you rush to travel to another country. I know, listen, I want to see you guys just as much as you want to see the beach. But we all have to make sure that things are in place in every country you want to travel to that protect you and protect the locals. Because what I did notice when all this started, if you watch my other videos, there were people coming in here that were sick, getting on planes sick. So now what has to happen is every country, including Dominican Republic, which they were testing people, not testing people, but taking your temperature at the airport. Every country that we want to travel to, needs to have something in place that makes sure you're safe when you come on vacation and make sure you're safe when you go home. So I know we all want to rush to travel. Trust me, I miss all you guys. I want to see all you guys. But something me and Felix talked about, don't just jump on a plane, the first plane going out. Because also there's that fact that if something pops off and another outbreak happens, you don't want to get stuck. Guys are going, man, why are you saying that, Flip? We want to travel, we want to support you. Listen, I want you guys to support me. But at the same time, I want you guys to be safe. Because ain't no vacation if you did. Ain't no vacation if you go home and get your family sick. So why bother? So just be reassured that before you make any travel plans or before you know you're about to hop on that plane, make sure your destination has protocols in place that keep you safe and are protecting you when you enter the country and protecting you when you leave the country. That's just my 2 cents. I just think it would be foolish of all of us to travel and we get sick. You understand what I'm saying? So just something me and Felix talked about just, because I've lost people. He's lost people. He actually has a cousin sick right now with the COVID. So, just think about that before you travel. Trust me, I want to travel too. I'm holding my travel plans back at the moment. I know you guys want to travel. But just check that each country has protocols in place, wherever you go, that make sure you're safe before you come in the country and you're safe when you leave the country. Most countries are taking those protocols right now and getting them ready before they open the airports, but just double check to be sure. One second. 905, How the Art of Attraction. That's dope. I could talk about that all day. I do have another Love and Flip Flop coming either this week or next week. That might be a pop-up live. We'll see. I want to see how many of you guys are actually subscribed to me. Hit that notification bell. If you hit that notification bell when I do a pop-up live, it'll pop up automatically. So like, subscribe, share the video, and definitely hit that notification bell, guys. So you know that might be the next pop-up video. Love and Flip Flop, the new one. I got me and this young lady just started talking again recently, and I have a wild story about her. Casanova, you know what I be trying to say. Dennis, right. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. That's real. No shots. Good morning to you. King Prez, what up, baby? The real 718, it's not about just going outside. You can go outside, but you can't do the normal things that you normally do in your day-to-day life. So going outside is one thing. Taking a walk around the neighborhood is one thing. But there are some, depending where you're at. You're in New York. So depending where you're at, you can't go outside. Some people are definitely on lockdown. But the problem is mental health, because some people are programmed to go to work every day, to go to school, talk to certain people every day, get on the train, drive to work, whatever it is. Now your whole thing is broken up where you don't know what you're doing. You wake up, you watch the same Sports Center. I just watched all the boxing highlights from all the old matches last night on ESPN from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. You understand what I'm saying? Ali Frazier, 1, 2, and 3, or Tyson Spinks, all that. Some people can't do that. Some people I need stimulation in my life, but I create my own stimulation. But some people need human contact. So when it comes to the mental health thing, it's not as easy as you maybe it's easy for you. That's cool, but it's not as easy for everybody else. Texas in the building. Dredge, what up? King Prez, I don't know, but you can look it up. It's an article I saw on the internet. It was going around. They said that Dominican Republic and Guyana will not suffer the recession that the Caribbean is about to go through. They said Dominican Republic and Guyana will even out this year and next year. They'll be on an even, no, not up or down. And then in 2022, both will be up higher than all the other countries. I don't know why. I read the article. It made great sense because Dominican Republic was already coming up. Guyana, I didn't know was coming up, but they are. So this was the World Bank report saying that Guyana and Dominican Republic will not suffer the way other countries in the Caribbean will suffer. No name Nina. Good morning to you, brother. Dominic, no, I'm not open. I just found out another business closed that was doing takeout only because of the police. Like I said, it wasn't about money because I wasn't making money. It was more for the 2 employees here and to keep people fed. So it was an easy decision for me. It was more about the headache. I can sit home, make the same amount of money, not lose money, and not have the headache. So I'd rather just close for now. Excuse me, Mr. Gadget, what up? No, hold on. Oh, we got some cold beer. We got some cold wine. Hope my bottle of wine don't break. I got it in the deep freezer. Dion, what's good with you? Yeah, mask off, Taylor. I had to take it off. Joel, he says, I hear a lot of locals complain that the government is only helping professional businesses. Cannot confirm. I don't know. I will tell you this, Joel. They had a food truck by the police station yesterday and the day before. The food truck was giving plates of food, they're giving plates of food to each person for the 2 days. Then I saw a government truck by the gas station, and someone posted on Facebook, but I didn't really get a look at it the way I wanted to. I was kind of on the move, but it was a government truck. But on Facebook, the young lady said that the government truck loaded up 3 Jeeps with food, and they had a line of people at the gas station, and half of them got food and the rest didn't. I don't know. I do know that most people are saying they have not seen the food that the president promised, which is why it's so great that we're doing this, that other people are doing it. I think it's super dope. So, you know, I can't say. I know the government did the employee payment, some of it. Then the government did the food stamp, some of it. So, you know, I can't really say. Platinum Power, what's up with you? So, I mean, Cuba was on my list until all this happened. I was hoping to get a Cuba this year. Appreciate that, Gary Jones. Definitely appreciate it. Till I don't smoke nothing. If it ain't a cigar, I'm not smoking it. Ernest, yes. Like I said, listen. I have no qualms about talking about my past because my past made me who I am today. I was smoking and drinking heavy. Like the way people tell you now, it's hard to hang with me to drink. Back now I can't smoke. I won't lie about that. This weed is crazy. I can't. If I smoke, it's not. I'm gone. But the way I used to smoke and drink back then, I had people passing out left and right around me. For me, it was my best choice because they were doing so much to the weed. They were adding dust to the weed. They were adding crack to the weed, coke to the weed. So for me, I was like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where they were putting roach spray on weed. I don't know if they still do that to this day. But once I seen what you couldn't just get weed no more, I was like, I'm a real basic person. I don't need the extra stuff. Jesse, yes, you got to just make sure. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Just be safe. I know everybody wants to travel, but your safety is the biggest priority. If you travel and you die, like that doesn't make any sense. I got Bi in the building. What up, Bi? Queens Wolf, that's my homie right there. No, I'm not Mr. Worldwide. I'm Mr. Flip Flop. Thank you though. Swingwood, what up with you? Nah, they won't legalize it here. This is a religious country. They'll never legalize weed here, ever. Swingwood, he said, do you think resorts will be ready to open day one? I don't think day one unless they get a notice from the government saying get ready. But I do know that when they get the notice from the government saying, okay, we're going to allow tourists back in, the resorts will be the first ones. They may not open. Let's say, just throw a number out there. Let's say we're going to open in 1 week, right? The resorts will be calling all their employees in the week before. Like for me, whenever they give the notice saying we can open up again normally, my employees will be there. I won't be open for 2-3 days. The reason because my employees will be here cleaning, sanitizing, restocking, and then we'll open up. I'll probably open up on a small scale, like, hey, you want some tacos, you want some wings, that's it. But, as far as open again, we will be cleaning like never seen clean before. We'll be sanitizing like crazy, just so that when we do open back up normally, everything here is clean. Mad Clips, okay, I'll check that out. Bronx Suns, I definitely know Milano. I speak to Milano like pretty much every other day. I'm not into that beef that's going on the internet with Milano. Milano likes drama. He's cool with me, though. Okay, driver. 580. B.I., I got my wine. I'm only doing wine during the quarantine. I'll get back to Goose and shout to cousin Felix. One of his friends told him to drink vodka with me. His first bottle of vodka's on me when he get back to DR. Yeah, they not weed not getting legalized. No drugs getting legalized here. Ernest, is it still pending? Ernest, do me a favor, hit me on the email because I can't check it now while I'm doing the live. Hit me on the email and I'll check if it's still pending or not. I'll get back to you on that. Yeah, that Jordan thing on TV and Netflix. And I'm on X videos heavy. I had to block X videos from my browser. Well, 905, what he says, that's how it is for some people that retire after 40 years of work. They don't know what to do and they're depressed. Now, I will say this, which would happen to my grandfather. I watched it happen. Most people die within 2 years of retirement. 2 reasons. Your regimen is broken and you have nothing to do. because you've worked. I watched my grandfather, the board of ed in New York, made him retire. He was the head janitor at a custodian janitor, whatever you call him, at Thomas Edison High School. Him and my uncle, they made him retire. I think over 40 years he worked there. And they made him retire. And they say, listen, you got to retire. So he made him retire. And I watched that man trim the hedges every day, mow the lawn every day, tar the driveway every day. Like my grandmother yelling at him every day. But he had nothing to do because his regimen was broken. His regimen was get up at 5 in the morning, get on the bus, go to work for 12 hours, come back home, eat dinner, go to bed, repeat. That was his regimen. So when most people work so long when they retire, they don't have, your body's used to a certain regimen. Same as working out. You just used to a certain regimen. Now when that regimen stops, you change everything. Your clock, your inside clock, your internal clock changes. So, that happens a lot. And people do go into depression and most of them pass away. But the reality is at this moment, and why I stress it, and shout to Anita. Anita Smith is a mental health professional, excuse me. And my boy D, he's a mental health professional as well. This is serious. What we're going through right now, we've never experienced it before. None of us. We all got PTSD from 9/11. All of us, hands down. But this is something that will scar a lot of us for the rest of our lives as well, because your life has come to a stop. We have over 22 million people unemployed right now. We have people listen, as people don't have food, there's people in America that don't have food. Okay, this is very traumatizing for a lot of people. Now, I watched a video of a financial guy, I forgot his damn name, I apologize, and he said that everybody was not prepared financially for this crisis. A lot of people were just not prepared. Myself, am I prepared? On a level. If this goes on another 3-4 months, no. I'm gonna be like, hey, you guys, donate to me, But I've always been prepared because I don't spend money like a madman, so I've always been prepared for maybe my kids need something, maybe something pops up with my kids, which happens a lot. So I always have money just prepared for stuff like that. So it's gonna be very depressing for a lot of us. I mean, nobody can say they're perfectly fine right now. No one. I don't care how rich you are. No one knows. Excuse me. What is going to be day-to-day doings of this pandemic? No one knows. And what something Felix wanted to talk about. Let me see, what is this at? We won't get into the conspiracy theories, but I think it's safe to say that the 5G thing is kind of out the window. I've done a lot of research on this. There's a lot of places with COVID that do not have 5G. So I think that's kind of out the window for now. Kaz, I definitely agree with that. He said DR would never legalize drugs because then they would have an epidemic of drug addicts, way worse than they do now. That is actual fact. It has everything to do with control. That is a 100% fact. Doug Duncan, yes. Day at a time. Yes, the secret is the truth. Hold on. Taylor said Pornhub crashed the other day. Good Lord. Oh, I believe that. I believe flu's going to flock down here, but I'm telling everybody, just be safe, Yeah, Lloyd, I didn't know that Guyana, I have a guy, for you guys that don't know, I have a Guyanese son. And I did not know that Guyana was coming up, but as far as that World Bank report, they're coming up. Hard time struggle. So there was a video, I'm sure most of you saw, and they were actually Italian and Argentinian. They got arrested by the police because they were on the beach in Las Terrenas. You're not able to go on the beach right now. Now, they do have signs in Cabarete, I believe. You can go to the beach and exercise. In Sosua, you can go to the beach and exercise. That's it. Meaning you can walk up and down, run, and you got to leave. But that video of the Italians and Argentinians being arrested and put in the van, in the Jeep, they were in Las Terrenas. They went on the beach and hung out, and the police came and took them. You're not supposed to be, and they went in a group, there was a group of like 7. You're not supposed to be in groups, social distancing. They're trying to enforce that. I'm sure you see a million videos, but that particular group was Italians and Argentinians, and they were, if you listen, one of the ladies even says, I'm Argentinian, and they were arrested in Las Terrenas. Andy Moore, Jamaica in the building. What's good, brother? How you doing? Don, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you always. You know that. Big boss Don. 211 and alive. Alexin Pierre Lewis. At the moment, April 30th is the end of the curfew, but that could change. And someone made a comment earlier that DR seems to be following New York. I believe that. So as New York moves their dates and what they're doing, I believe DR is going to follow New York. Because as we know, most flights come from Europe, DR, New York and Canada, Florida as well. But New York and Canada, kind of like the majority. Whatever New York does, being that New York got so bad so fast, I believe DR is kind of watching New York and going back and forth with New York. TD, they're still picking people up on the curfew, man. Still picking people up. If you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, there's tons of videos of them picking people up on the curfew. Tons of videos. Yeah, the mayor and Ron Lewis. I saw something like that. How much to order wings here? I don't got the menu here. I think $3.75. The flip flop. I don't know how much everywhere else. I can't tell you that. Facts, Mr. Great. Yeah, he's right. Elder Lord, what's good with you? Oh, Jaron, chocolate, Arizona, Hawaiian Thai. Remember the basics? Like, what happened to that? Then it started becoming hydro. And I don't want to get into a weed conversation, but good Lord. Now, I will say this. When that thing called Loud started, there wasn't a name for it. I think a rapper gave it the name. But I know the guys who started that. And I kind of wouldn't touch that because I was like, what the hell is that? But no, it is what it is. Ernest. So, real quick, Ernest mentioned the Teddy Riley and Babyface last night. First off, I was super excited because these are two guys who I grew up on. You know, as a kid, I had to listen to Teddy with people. Even Babyface didn't know that Teddy Riley did that joint with Dougie Fresh. People don't realize Teddy Riley was a kid giving beats. He even said it for $5. Okay, so these are people I grew up to, Babyface and Teddy Riley, who had so many hits that these kids wouldn't. If you're under 30 years old, you wouldn't understand. I'm telling you right now. But they had hits, and I was on there, and all I see is Teddy Riley. You can't hear his music, and Babyface like this, and I'm like, I watched for like 5 minutes, and I said, this is a bust. Someone hit me with the highlights, so I stopped watching. They're doing it again. I don't know what the date is, but they're doing it again. Teddy Riley apologized, blah blah blah. Sean Patrick, New York, born and raised, Southside Jamaica, Queens. William Curlin, appreciate that $5, brother. In Canada, we were told no international flights until next year. Really? I didn't hear that from my Canadian friends. Okay, I gotta ask them. I didn't know that. Lenny, facts. A lot turn alcoholics. Yeah, it's part of the depression. Well, Kevin Jimenez said everyone living check to check here in New York and they make six figures. If you ain't making six figures in New York, it's kind of hard to live in New York. I mean, let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? I was making good coin back when I was in New York, and you know I was doing very well. And I could still say, like, good Lord, when I sit back and think about when people tell me how much they make now, I'm like, I didn't realize, like, it's so hard to get by in New York without making six figures, honestly. So we got 243 on the live, 122 like. Get those likes up, please. Ernest, is actually better to send PayPal or Cash App because I have still not seen this super chat money. I still haven't seen it. I think I've seen it this month. Excuse me. I think I've seen it this month. But with the PayPal and Cash App, I can access that money faster and get it out. Sorry, guys. Let me answer this message. So yeah, it's someone post a Cash App and a PayPal, please, for Ernest. It's just those are easier because I see the money and I know where it's at. Whereas the money on YouTube, I always appreciate it, but I don't know when it's coming, when it's not coming. I'll be honest with you. Tony Montana, you can buy almost anything at the store. Double A, what up with you? Well, 905, to not get into conspiracies, but to tell you factual information, which is coming out more and more now. And there's one guy on Fox News that has real facts that this was started in a lab. And it may have not been on purpose. It was started in a lab in China in Wuhan. The biggest problem is, and I think I said this in the last live, Wuhan closed their borders domestically. That's why Shanghai and Beijing have next to no cases, no government officials, none of the wealthy, which is Shanghai and Beijing. That's all wealth and government officials. None of them have the virus. Whereas we have athletes and all these people that have it, none of the important people in China have the virus. That's number one. Number two, our inspectors came in to there's a report that's on paper. You can look this up. Came into the Chinese lab, the same Chinese lab in Wuhan 2 years ago, and said it is the worst lab they have ever seen with safety. They said this place can allow, it's in paper 2 years ago, that the lab in Wuhan will and can allow a crazy virus to escape the way their protocols are. They said it was one of the worst labs they've ever seen. It's supposed to be a level 4 lab dealing with dangerous viruses, and they said that this lab has no safety precautions. They're not taking care. So you can look that up. So right now, as China tries to push the blame on everyone else, it seems like this was an accident from that Chinese lab. A worker got it, spread it to other people, and instead of them locking down their international travel, they only locked down domestic travel and allowed everybody to go around the world. So that's what it looks like right now, and it's the truth is starting to come out, and people are kind of talking about it. So, no, smoking weed does not make you a drug addict. Oh, Double A, shout out to you for that $5. Appreciate that. I saw they opened the beaches in Florida. Wow. Mount Vernon, what's up? San Diego in the building. Black Star Line, let me catch up these comments. Gil, what's up with you? Appreciate that. I'm always on your status. New York City, May 15th. Yes, that's why I said right now, April 30th is DR, but that could change. Right now the president spoke on Friday. He said mask for everybody. If you come outside, mask. Oh, that's another thing. So I'm glad you brought that up. Swevy Samuel, I'm glad you brought that up. People want to know the climate in Sosua. At the moment, things are just kind of empty because most stuff is closed. Nobody's just out hanging out. So the climate in Sosua right now is just normal. People going shopping, going back home, people walking around exercising. Nobody really around congregating in Sosua right now. Now, if you go to the side parts, Campos, the Cheramicos, Suabaja, where I live, certain places, people are here and there, but they're not really congregating. They're mainly in their house or outside on their porch congregating, but no one's really congregating. So Sosua for right now is empty. They don't want to get harassed by the police because, you're not supposed to be in groups. And most people would only come outside to go shopping. Like me, I came to do this live in the office, check on some things in the bar real quick to make sure, for some reason, when the lights go out and come back on, my TV automatically comes on. So I just wanted to check that. And also, I wanted to be comfortable in the AC while talking to you guys. So the streets in Sosua right now are empty. The vibe is just basic. People are just going to back and forth to the supermarkets. And as I said before, businesses, a lot of businesses may not recover. I've already seen 4 businesses in Cabaret in Sosua for sale right now on Facebook. I don't know how serious they were, but they're for sale. Excuse me. A lot of people will not come back from this. Only because if they were doing bad previously, before this, they're doing worse now that this is happening. So a lot of places won't come back. Some people are scared, locals, about, crime and all that. But the police seem to have a good hold on. I won't lie about that. They seem to be on top of it. Some robberies here and there, but the guys are getting caught ASAP. So, We'll see. Um, I don't expect crime to go too high, but you don't really know. Where there's a will, there's a way. Tony Montana, I don't know, brother. I do not know. When should I read? You should have. I've had WhatsApp since it started. Jesse, they're doing it again, but I didn't. I saw the apology. Teddy Riley made an apology, but I don't know when they're doing it again. He said they're doing it again. I know that Babyface was pissed. Babyface was not happy at all. So, let me see. Teddy was doing too much. I heard he wanted to charge people for that, and he called people broke for not. I heard Teddy call people broke for not wanting to pay. El Wicken, we're closed for now, but like I said, Flip Flop will be back when things open back up. I spoke to Big No Name Me. I spoke to Big Spew yesterday. I'm surprised he's not alive right now. I spoke to him yet. Matter of fact, I spoke to him this morning. We was going back and forth on Instagram real quick. Wallace, I did hear Columbia extended. We'll see how that looks. The year and a half has not gone into I don't think it's official, but I think they're going to do it. Teddy Riley's not 67. Joel, no, I have not gotten any government assistance. I told you guys I applied for the money for my employees. They got half of it. We'll see if they get the other half. I have not gotten any. I don't expect most businesses to get any assistance at all. If they do offer it, I will accept it. Hard times. If I had to, I believe I did. I can't remember March 13th. It's so long ago. No. El Wicken. I said 6 figures in New York, not in DR. Good Lord. If I made 6 figures here, I'd be. If I made 6 figures in DR, I'd be baller status. Sorry, me messes out. Okay, let me catch up to these comments. Yeah, listen, this is like the movie Contagion. Go watch the movie Contagion. It's almost exactly the same. It was all an accident, and it just went crazy. Yes, it was Chinese New Year, which people don't realize. Chinese New Year is the biggest travel day of the year biggest travel time in the year in the world. The Chinese travel the world for Chinese New Year. So this virus was spread rapid, fast and furious. One second. So the virus was definitely spread pretty bad. Oh, D in the I just talking about you, D. Only in Jacksonville the beaches are open. Cool Breeze, hit me up on the email. When they'll let international flights again, I don't know. I really can't say. Well, they're saying that the hot weather thing, Brian Payne, they're saying that the hot weather thing actually works, and it's actually proven recently that in heat, this virus does not do well. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let me catch up. Sorry. Everybody has a problem with social distancing. Nah, Dominicans ain't harassing the. I just saw Chinese store open the other day. Chinese been taking over on the low. Real talk. All the pica pollos are pretty much Chinese. Sorry, I'm having a trying to end this convo now. Okay, into that. I watch Contagion probably once a week just to get an idea. Doug Duncan, 1.4 to DR. I doubt that. I doubt they're giving 1.5. Well, I doubt anybody will see that. Well, I don't know. Let me fill my cup up. Yeah, I doubt DR will I mean the locals will see any of that money. I'll be honest with you. I just don't see it. You know, they barely seen the food that's been going around. If it isn't from, if it isn't from the people like us and the other people doing the food drives, they've barely seen the food. You know? Oh, Jackson Jeter in the building. Hold on, Mr. Great. Chris said, watching Contagion almost seems like they had a time machine. So, yeah, really, if you watch Contagion, this is what we're going through right now. Literally. And the only thing is the army hasn't stepped in and shut certain places down. But this is what we're going through at the exact moment. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a secret tip. If you go watch Contagion, stay tuned to the very end of the movie. The very end of the movie will tell you how stupid it was that virus spread all over the world. The very end of the movie. I'm not going to mess it up for you. I think I messed it up in another video, but since we're talking about it now, go watch Contagion. And at the very end of the movie, when the movie's finally over, it rewinds and goes back to how exactly the virus started and was spread. And it's so stupid of how it happened. This is how viruses happen, that you're going to be like, so that's how the entire world went on lockdown? And that's what we're talking about now. Probably this guy got sick, didn't know, went out and spread it to everybody. And that's how the entire world got sick. But of course, China will never own up to it because they don't want you to know nothing. What up, Hollis? How you doing, brother? Heck love in the building. Daniel, how long will it take for the tourist industry to recover? I don't know. We'll see. It may take up to 2021, 2022. Who knows? Who predicted up to 800,000 could die? I heard Haiti's not doing that bad. Well, they said the numbers of Haiti aren't that bad at the moment. And the WHO can't be trusted. They work for China. Afternoon snack. The Chinese did take over Jamaica, Antigua. They're taking over certain parts. They'll never take over Dominican Republic, and I'll tell you why. You can go back and watch the documentary or read the book, America's Backyard. America has too much interest in Dominican Republic, whether it be financial, the free zones, whether it be the location. Trust me, America's not happy that China's in DR. They want Taiwan to come back in here, because when Taiwan is here, if you guys don't know, Taiwan and China always have beef. Some people won't even say Taiwan's name because China is in their pocket. But this is Cuba. DR is Cuba. And they did not want, they did not want DR becoming the new Cuba with communism. That's why they stepped in. America invaded DR like twice. Okay? So when it was called Santo Domingo. So just so you guys know, this will never be, the Chinese will never take control. They may have all the Chinese restaurants. They may own a bunch of businesses, but they will never take over the country. America won't allow it. This is DR is too important of a location strategically and financially for America. So, and like I said, you guys can go look it up. It's called America's Backyard, and DR means a lot to to America. Excuse me. Wrong shit. I tell you guys, it's that R.J. Barrett hat, man. R.J. Barrett. Yeah, I'm not taking that vaccination. Boca Chica's like spring break. Are you serious? Phone down. The movie Contagion's Hollywood, not based on real science, but you know what? It's everything that's happening right now is in the movie Contagion. Pythagoras, the Haitian community. I mean, they're getting. I'm making sure I'm giving food. People are giving food to them, so we're trying to help. You know, I actually have a lot of Haitians that pop up here. I make sure I hit them up, tell them to come through. Santo Domingo. I like that 3D. Santo Domingo. I'm gonna steal that. Santo Domingo. Exactly, 905. I will say this. For you guys with that, what is that called? Someone remind me what's that called? These girls are on now. Fans only? You know there's men making fans only. I might make me a fans only page now. These girls, we are paying them like $30 to watch them. Like, there was a girl hit me up on Instagram. She said, "Hey, would you like she called it a pack." I'm like, "What's a pack?" OnlyFans. Sorry. Thank you, Chris. OnlyFans. She's like, "You like a pack?" I'm like, "What's a pack?" She's like, "You can see me naked and play with myself." I said, "You half naked on Instagram really doesn't do me no good." She was like, "No, but you can see everything." I was like, "I've seen it, been there, done that. I'm good." She ain't like that response. She blocked me. But I'm like, OnlyFans? Like, that's what we doing now? We just paying to see girls naked? Like, wow. So the strip club is now on the internet. Gary Mack, they want to own the world. They, believe it or not, and I'm not knocking any Chinese. Believe it or not, China's actually expanding because they don't have enough room for all the people they have in China. China goes all around the world because they don't have enough space in China. They have outpopulated their own country. That's why they go everywhere else. There was something I read, I forgot where it was, that said something like there will be, in like 10 years, there will be 1,500 women, I might be wrong on the number, 1,500 Chinese women to every Chinese man. There's not even enough men. So they're overpopulated in their own country, so that's why they're going all over the world. Because and for military strategically posting military bases everywhere as well. But they're overpopulated, so they're just going over the world. Frank Spice, should we be more vigilant? I believe so, and that's just everyday life. We should be more, but yeah, everybody's losing out. So yeah, so I mean, you gotta understand, China wants world dominance. Of course they do, but the reason they've moved all over the world is because they're overpopulated. You can go back and look at. There's a documentary about the Chinese in Canada. There's like two parts of Canada where all these young Chinese millionaires, and I say young because they're the kids of millionaires in China, took over parts of Canada, and the Canadians were pissed because you have a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old driving a 500 Benz or a Bentley, and they raised the market value of certain places in Canada. So they just spreading their money. Touch of lavender. What up, Frank? And yes, they've built cities that are empty. Exactly. Well, Jerry Yates, we're gonna go. The thing with Africa is something that really bothers me. I just posted on my someone if someone could post my I'll post my my Instagram. I just posted something on my status about they posted no Negroes. It was a sign, no Negroes, no blacks, no Africans, no Negroes, letting you know that they don't rent to Negroes. And that's something that's going on in China. So Chinese own land in Africa. They own land in Africa, but blacks are not, and Africans are not allowed to own land in China. Let me type that and then flip flop one at G. I'm putting my I'm sorry, Mr. Dot flip flop underscore Brown. That's my IG right there. So that's my IG right there. You guys want to check out some stuff up on IG? I had to make my IG private for. I'm gonna keep it private for a little while because somebody was stalking me. I just knew it. Appreciate that, Frank. Do I know anything about Barahona wife wants to buy land there? Eric G, I'm not sure who that is. You'd have to give me a little more insight. There you go. Joe, Vancouver. Bronx Thumbs, nah. Rest in peace, Mulana, the Travel Boy, power to the people. Appreciate that, Bronx Thumbs. Oh, called it Hongcouver. There you go. They took it over. I know I saw a documentary on that. I don't know about Barahona wife. I'm not sure what you mean. Vancouver. Okay, so it was Vancouver was where, yeah. Yes, I'm on Facebook. You can go to my Facebook, Gregorio Romeo. You'll see a pit bull, blue pit bull with the New York Giants flag. Greatest team in the NFL, greatest team in the history of the planet. Or a flip-flop sports bar. Felicia, do I think America can be a slave to another country? Never. We have too much intel, too much power. Military is too strong. I argue with my friend about that all the time. He tells me how strong the military is. And you have to understand something. If it ever came down, I call it the shits. If it ever came down to the shits, America's with the shits. We can press some buttons, blow some bombs, throw some people out. I mean, no, I will never glamorize this, but you can go back and look at Hiroshima. When things got out of hand with Japan, they said, "All right, drop the A-bomb." They didn't want to do it, but they had to send a message like, "Hey, you out of pocket right now." If you notice, most countries will never get out of pocket. Even Russia, who is just as strong as we are, most countries never get out of pocket because no one really wants that. No one, and even the U.S. doesn't want that. The U.S. doesn't want it. Like the last thing we want is a nuclear war or hell to break loose. But the reality is, America will basically, we got the shits. You know what I'm saying? We started the shits. When everybody else went and started kidnapping doctors and doing all this, I mean, and nuclear physicists and all that, we were already doing that. You know, whenever I wanted to go to the space, we were watching them. Like, one thing about America, and I've learned from a couple of these spy agencies and these documentaries, and you guys can look this up yourself, probably the number one intelligence agency is those guys in someone help me out, those guys in Jerusalem, Hamas. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. They are like the number one intelligence agency, right? They're like the CIA of the world. They're like super smart. They go all around the world. And those guys, the Jewish intelligence agency. I might be wrong on the name. Everybody looks up to them, right? Then they look up to the CIA. CIA is number 2. But when it comes to world dominance and armies and military and the capabilities, everybody looks to America. That's just what it is. So I'm not really worried about that, because NFL season is not going to be canceled. If I got to put pads on myself and get on this live and play, how will be throwing the ball to myself? How was the nightlife? I've never been over there. Never been there. Oh, okay. I didn't understand. I was confused. Okay, wants to buy land. I've never been to Barcelona. That's on my list. I've never been there. I've been to Punta Cana, La Romana, how you say it? Higüey? I want to go to Higüey, and I want to go to Barcelona. I've never been there, though. Whoa, Sean. Somebody kick Sean out of this live talking about the Cowboys, please. What happens when the government turns tyrannical? Hey, we don't know. I honestly couldn't say. Facts, 3D. I'm gonna give you facts on that. Well, Kevin, what they did say, now for you guys that don't know, Trump has about 4 people in his cabinet that are part of the sports franchises. Each from each different sports thing. What they're trying to do now, and NFL's probably gonna be the one sport that is not delayed. They'll be delayed on training, but I think they're gonna do it. They're gonna bring teams to like 2 or 3 cities, cities that do not have a professional league, meaning away from everybody. Put them in hotels, have them play games in each separate city. That's what the plan is at the moment. I've been hearing about this a lot. That's a plan that Japan and China started. China shut it down because where they couldn't get all their players back. They actually started threatening players, but they weren't coming back. But America may do it where they put them in 2 hotels, only those hotels, and just play the games without fans, because that'll be great ratings, because we're gonna watch. I could watch basketball and football all day right now. I watch the old stuff. I could watch the new stuff all day right now. So the ratings will be through the roof if they start within the next couple of weeks. So some places are talking about that now as far as testing all the players, testing the staffing, and then boom, starting a tournament with all these different sports, whereas they're just locked away. The players are locked away from all human contact besides themselves. Play the games on TV. You only get to see it on TV. So they're talking about it. We'll see what happens. Mossad, thank you, Tavon. Mossad. I said Hamas. Thank you. Mossad is, if you look it up, Mossad is one of the most respected intelligence agencies in the world. They know things the CIA doesn't know. You know, so it's Mossad and then it's CIA. So when it comes to, things like that, Mossad has put themselves above and beyond to get intel and spying and all that stuff. I'm not into that, but I mean, I like to read on that stuff. 905, we can go to war with a bunch of countries. But that's the thing. Nobody wants the smokes. Nobody wants the smoke. Well, Brian Payne said Russia and China are a team. Okay. And yes, we are in debt to China. But you know how the US is. If you ain't Debo, you ain't coming to get that money. Now, Russia and China are together, right? They're a team. What happens when All right, let's say one of the greatest duos, right? Shaq and Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. Can only last for the three-peat. And then one of them goes, "Well, I'm better than you. I'm more important than you. I'm bigger. I'm bigger than the team." Right? Superpowers can only be friends but so long. Shout to my people in the UK and Europe and all that, but even Europe knows where with America stands. We've helped Europe many a times. They know where we stand. Every country knows where America stands. You can team up. Go team up. Go get your best five. Go get your starting five. Go get LeBron. Go get KD. Go get Chris Paul. Go get your starting five. Do what you do. But we've been here for a long time. We're going to go get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We're going to go get Magic Johnson. We're going to go get Scottie Pippen and Jordan. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to bring the superstars out. So you go get the young boys and y'all can act like y'all homies. And we're going to go get the superstars and show you what we're really about. Now, that's the only thing I'm always proud of to be an American, because I know America holds a lot of weight where a lot of countries don't like us, but we hold a lot of weight wherever we go. So that's my opinion on that. Ran, oh, you at the Condos Dominicano? That's what's up. No, Ray Simmons, Dominican airports are not open. Well, Selena for life. All right, you guys, I want you to pay attention to this, because I have something very important to say. So Selena for life, she said that's why they had to invent the bioweapon to weaken our economy, because Trump raised the tariff tax from China in August, then boom, in December the virus hits. Let me break something down to you right now. America and China made an agreement. I'm doing the shaking hand thing right there, right? They made an agreement. They came to a deal. Trump said, hey, we're going to have this deal. We're going to shut it down. No more tariffs. No more taxes. No more heavy taxes. We're going to sit there and make a deal. Us and China. High five. Let's go, China. Right? Well, guess what was in the fine print in that agreement? You can look this up. Like I said, I read a lot. I watch a lot of stuff. I'm very informed. I'm not trying to say stay woke, but I'm informed, so I can respond to these comments. In the agreement between America and China, the agreement that was done recently, there was a pandemic clause. If you didn't know that, a pandemic clause which destroyed the entire agreement in the case of a worldwide pandemic. I'm not going to say nothing else. You can look it up. You can Google it. Go look up the U.S. and China agreement. There was a pandemic clause that China had to have in there. That the U.S. and China agreement is dead if a worldwide pandemic happens. And what happened? A worldwide pandemic happened less than 6 months later. That's all I'm going to say. You can look that up in your own. Yoga, Summer Hill in the building. What's up, baby? Boston, right now, some airlines are lowering their prices, but some airlines are raising their prices. Travis in the building. What up, baby? Mossad, y'all got it, Ray. Mossad, I said Hamas. I don't know where I got that from. Frank, Queens in the building. You already know. Frank, Crown Heights. Shout the First Baptist of Crown Heights. My grandmother's church on Eastern Parkway. I used to be there all the time. So shout to Crown Heights. I'm sorry, Hamas. Sean Patrick, thank you. Hamas is the terrorist group. Mossad is the intelligence group. Thanks. I was way off. Sometimes, listen, guys. Sometimes I get confused. I have a lot of information in this big old bean of mine, so sometimes I get confused. Kyrie not gonna make it in Brooklyn too long. Watch it, Tom. I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't think people realize. I have Russian friends, and for people who don't know, when the USSR fell, like I can give you guys history lessons all day. We can do this all day. When the USSR fell, gangsters took over the country. All the Russian mob took over the country. It is well documented that Putin is an ex-mobster. Like people have talked about it. It's been rumored that he was an ex-gangster that took over the presidency. Gangsters took over. They sold military weapons. They sold guns. Generals were just selling stuff to everybody. You know, and now the country is run a certain way. But when the USSR fell, that's when the gangsters kind of took over the country and they ran it a certain way. That's when you had so many billionaires pop out of Russia out of nowhere. Kevin Jimenez is right. He didn't come to the U.S. You're 100% right about that. He did not. Now, Trump says they talk a lot. Like I said, I'm not in politics, but I watch this stuff. I'm on top of this stuff only because I like to be informed. They talk a lot. He said they talk a lot on the phone. But you're right. He did not come and talk to Trump directly. And yes, we are invading Venezuela if we have not already. Sean, the problem is, and real quick, I gotta answer all my comments. Sean Patrick, the problem is the reason I'm a Knicks fan. The reason I don't want Kyrie for the Knicks, I love Kyrie. He's a superstar. Kyrie has never played a full season in his life. High school, college, NBA, he's never played a full season. And then for the headache you deal with his attitude, I didn't want him for the Knicks. It's not worth it. As you guys see that he already had a problem in Boston. He's having a problem already in Brooklyn. I would love to see what happens with him and KD together, but KD's the type of personality that can't deal with Kyrie. LeBron could deal with Kyrie because LeBron's LeBron. KD, a couple missed shots, him and Kyrie gonna start arguing. So I don't see it. I did not want Kyrie. He already had knee surgery again or ankle surgery for Brooklyn. I'm sorry, he's never played a whole season in his life. Never played in high school or college. He's been injured all the time, and that's because he plays so violently, which is which is great. But like Derrick Rose, those guys who have that burst, that fast pace, they move too quick, they get injured a lot. 6 times, LFC, shout to you. If you don't want history lessons, you can get the hell off my channel. But for right now, while you're on my channel, enjoy the history lessons because this is what I got. I have information. I'm very well informed. I'm very well educated, so I can give you information. If you don't want to be here, go to the next channel. Netflix making a movie starring the dude in the kitchen? I'm not sure. Peso Meso, I don't know why that I don't know why the notification bell should work unless you already hit that notification. 905. I ain't been to the States in a while, but I'm sure that Brighton Beach is where they're at. Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, they're there. Facts, Kaz. They paid him 3 years. That's what it was. It was a 3-year contract and they'll play 1 year together. That's exactly what it was. But I'm glad. Oh, Johnny Flacco in the building. Johnny Flacco. We are not talking about the Cowboys, bro. We are not talking about the Cowboys at all. Jesse, I love Kyrie. Like you're getting me. You're getting me confused, Jesse. I love Kyrie. He's a talent. He's a superstar. But he cannot play in the whole season. Now, when they won that championship with the Cavs, because he was responsible for that win, he played hurt the whole season. He used the knee surgery to get the trade because he did need knee surgery. I give him that. He played hurt the whole season. That's why he missed a lot of games that season, but he played hurt. Kyrie's always hurt. For my Knicks, I can't have a player that comes into me hurt. I had Amari Stoudemire, which, oh my God, I loved Amari. He was about to be the MVP that year and just fell off out of the blue. But, Kyrie's just not the guy to start my team with to get us back to dominance. That's just me. I'm sorry. Dreams do come true. You late, but you're here. We glad to have you here. Jessica Lee, you just got the notification? That's weird. This was a pre-planned, a scheduled live. I'm surprised you just got that. Dominican Warrior, what up with you, baby? Okay, but Sean, Westbrook has attitude issues, but he produces. And Westbrook hardly misses any game. Remember, he got hurt in that playoff. That one playoff he got hurt. He's never been hurt ever again. He doesn't get hurt, you know? And Westbrook got hurt because the dude rolled on his leg at the end of the play. Westbrook don't get hurt. Yeah, listen to Mr. Gray. That is great of you. He's saying that you may have YouTube notifications blocked on your phone. Check that out. If you guys are doing your YouTube through your phone, check that you got notifications blocked. But otherwise, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, guys. This way you can see my lives. And I'm telling you right now, on Wednesday, we will be doing quarantine and chill, wine and questions between me and you. But have your questions ready. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do the next Love and Flip Flop on the pop-up. I promise you. It is going to be a pop-up. Yeah, NBA was supposed to start yesterday. King Smith, you might have it. Check if you got it. If you guys do it through your phone that you're not blocked, and you're not blocking your notifications, because this was scheduled already. You should have gotten that. Oh no, Stoudemire was the truth. Listen, Stoudemire was when he came to the Knicks, I was blown away. Definitely up for him. He was in the MVP talk after the first 25 games. Dominic Davis, hand down, but Kyrie held that series down. He was doing his thing. I think it was 31 a game during that series with Golden State. 31 a game. He was doing all the scoring. LeBron kind of gave him the ball and said, here, do your thing. He did it. He came through. Steph is injury prone, but Steph's injuries are small injuries. Nothing really crazy. Dominican Warrior, appreciate that $5, brother. Big J about to go live. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, I want players to play the full season, but nowadays, and I think, I don't know if I said this before in another video, there was a doctor, a sports doctor on another show, and he said that the reason basketball players get hurt more now is because they're playing more games after the age of 10, and they're only playing basketball. So what happens is, as a personal trainer, I know this, but many of you may not know this. What happens is, if you only play one sport, your body never adjusts to anything else. So the running, the jumping, which puts tons of pressure on your joints, your ankles, your bones, your muscles, that's all you do from 10 on. So by the time you're 18, you've played a few years worth of NBA basketball games. Yeah, NBA season is what, 82 games? Some of these guys play AAU year round. So now you've played about 75 games as a child, as a child who's growing into their body. So you've already put more pressure on your joints and bones than most people. And then by not playing another sport, like when I came up, it was soccer, football, baseball, basketball. Okay, they tried to get me to play volleyball. I ran track. I wasn't playing volleyball. So I played multiple sports. Most of us played multiple sports, or at least tried. Now, if you play basketball, you play basketball, that's it. And what happens is you're playing the equivalent of an NBA season as a child. So these kids' bodies are already being damaged at an early age and they don't recover. So now when they get older, they can't squat. They don't know how to squat. They can run and jump with the best of them, but they can't do a squat. They can't do lunges. They can't do planks. Their bodies are only conditioned for this one movement, back and forth, up and down, nothing else. They have no other capabilities with their bodies. And the doctor broke that down. I never realized it, but I was like, you know what? Because these kids play at such a young age, that's why all these young boys are injury prone. What needs to happen is the AAU groups, the high school groups, they need to have these kids involved in other sports. It doesn't have to be year round, but maybe make them play volleyball. Maybe make them practice with the football team or soccer team, but do other sports so that their body gets adjusted to doing different movements. You can look it up, but it just is what it is. Dean, we were talking about injuries. I'm sorry, and players being injury prone. Yeah, but Allen was a quiet 30 points every night. Appreciate that damn 24 ounces. Dominican word, appreciate that. Mark, what's up? For you guys that don't want to donate on the YouTube, my guys are posting right now. You can donate to the Cash App and PayPal. Let me go grab that real quick. It's a little easier. And you guys can donate to that. And if you decide, you'll see. As I said, we're over 500 families, and you know it's dope. It's work, but we're here. Oh, the Liberty drafted the best player in college basketball ever. She studied under Kobe Bryant. Forget about it. Frank, remember when the Knicks contracted Isaiah? I'm gonna tell you something. As we have 190, 201 on the chat, 164. Like, get the likes up. I'm gonna tell you something. When Isaiah came to the Knicks, I just knew we were going places. Epic fail. When Phil Jackson came to the Knicks, you could not tell me that we were not going to get the best free agents in the league on the Knicks. I feel like Phil Jackson came to the Knicks and sabotaged us on purpose. I'm serious. He sabotaged the Knicks. I thought Phil Jackson was going to be our savior. Phil Jackson said, nope, you're running the triangle. You're getting triangle players. You're going to do this. Got Jeff Hornacek, and Jeff Hornacek is a hell of a coach. Told Jeff Hornacek, you're going to do it my way. He literally destroyed my Knicks. He gave contracts that made no sense. He got no free agents. KP was his best draft pick, but he got KP about. Forget about it. Malachi, exactly. That's why load management exists. Load management exists because before these guys are 20 years old, they've already played the equivalent of a few NBA seasons. That's exactly why load management exists. Where when Michael Jordan, when he played in high school, he played 20 games, maybe 30 games the most. AAU, he may have played 10, 15 games. Then he went to college. Each year, I'm talking about each year. Each year he played high school games and some AAU games. So he may have played 40 games an entire year in high school. And then, playing in the park or whatever, that doesn't count. Then he goes to college. College, he plays 17 to 20 games, right? For 3 years. Then he goes to the NBA. That's why Michael Jordan never missed a game like that. Because it wasn't this AAU farm system now that it is now. Now the AAU farm system exists. You may go, or your kid may go to the AAU and never make it to a D1 or the NBA, right? But because the AAU system is so strong, your kid can go make $400,000 in Europe. So the AAU system is going to keep going. It's never going to stop now, but we're going to keep getting kids that before they're 20 are injury prone. They're going to be injured over and over and over again because the AAU system is a farm system. Europe uses us. They all use us. There are guys going over Europe, never played in D1, never made it to NBA, didn't even want to go to the $50,000 a year G League, and they go to Europe and make $300,000, $400,000. Okay. All because they did the thing in AAU but did nothing else. So I don't know if it'll change anytime soon, but that's why we have all these young kids that are injury prone. Yeah, but you can't get rid of AAU. You just can't. Guys, I'm sorry. The fastest way you can send the money is Cash App or PayPal. As I said, you guys who send the YouTube money, appreciate that. Trust me, it goes to, whenever I get the YouTube money, I use it all. But I see the money in Cash App and PayPal. You guys can donate to the YouTube. Appreciate it. I just don't see that money until YouTube decides to send it. They take their taxes out. I don't know what they do. Just case in point with YouTube. I have the YouTube app and the app that shows the studio. One day it said I had $1,000 in my bank, right? From donations, all my videos combined, right? 2 days later it says $620. So I don't know how YouTube works. I haven't figured this out. I haven't seen this money as far as the donations go for the YouTube. I have not seen it. Me and my cousin are now on the same page, and we're looking to see what happens on the 26th, which is when YouTube does their payment. Depending on what's there, I'll know if I saw it, and I will definitely let you guys know. But the fastest way if you want to donate is PayPal and Cash App. That's just the fastest way. A little bit easier for me because I see the money. Oh, Bernard King, I loved him. Cigar token, that's the problem. Knicks have bad ownership. Homie took it from his father. Redskins have bad ownership. He's given some of the worst players the best contracts. It is what it is. Now, mark my words, I think the Redskins are going to take Tua. If Dan Snyder makes the pick, they take Chase. Everybody should take Chase. He's the best player, and Chase Young, the best player in the draft. But as a coach, as a GM, you got to take Tua, and you got to get rid of Haskins, or let Haskins be the backup. But Dan Snyder's going to say, I already got Haskins, let's get someone else. Problem is, Snyder makes too many decisions. Kevin Jimenez, Pat Ewing sold out on that layup. But you know what, though? I'd rather Pat take that shot than anybody else. I'm not happy we lost, but I'm happy he took the shot. D-Dub, that $50. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, cigar. I heard YouTube takes like 40. You're right. It's 40%. So I don't know. I don't have Venmo. No, I'm sorry, TMI. I only have the Cash App and the PayPal. That's all we have at the moment right now. And the Patreon. For those that want to donate to the Patreon. There is a members only. I talked about this before. It's not set up yet. YouTube has not hit me back. I don't know what's going on. I've been monetized, but like I said, I don't see the money. It'll say one thing on my studio, and then when they send the check, it'll be something else. But like I said, whenever I get money just so you guys know, whenever I get money from YouTube, it goes back into the process. I got the gimbals in my bag over here. I bought some gimbals, shout to Big Spew. Bo had the gimbal that Bo uses. I went and bought that. That's like $25. I went and bought that. For you guys know, there was a period of time where I was getting maybe $60 a month. Now it's going up because the channel has grown more. These lives are actually, you guys don't watch the recorded videos anymore. You guys watch the lives. So the lives have been better. Now we're at a few hundred a month. This month has been big because of the Miko video from last month. That added into a lot, and then a lot of stuff I was doing with the lives. So once this payment comes this month, I will know, and that's all going back to the community. I mean, I told you guys, I don't live off YouTube. I appreciate donations, but that money you give is going right to the people because that's what I do it for. The YouTube for me more is me being able to give information, release, and you guys hit me up, and we go back. As you see the live, I try to answer every single comment I can. Yeah, YouTube is funny. I don't know their system. I don't know it. David, send me your address. I'll send you some wings. 905, facts. Redskins got to Snyder got to sell that team, but he won't. It's too profitable. See, what you guys don't understand about money makes things go. Under the NBA commissioner, they have made more money in 2 years than they've ever seen, ever. He's a financial genius, the NBA commissioner. Look him up. He's a financial genius. He's made tons of money. He's brought the NBA almost to the NFL level when it comes to money, okay? Now, the reason the Knicks will never force Dolan to sell is because the Knicks franchise is still the most profitable. Even though we lose all the time, we're still the most profitable because Knicks fans are loyal. So Dolan can do all the nonsense he wants. He can play his saxophone, and the Knicks are still going to be profitable. Dan Snyder still has Washington Redskins profitable. So as long as he's profitable, you can't do nothing with him. Dominican Warrior, no, I have no updates, but I think you can look him up. Someone was trying to tell me something the other day, but my phone cut off. I think you can look it up. I think it's public information at the moment because he is locked up in the county. I forgot. Start with a D, right? I forgot the name of the county. I stopped looking into that. I told my peoples to do what they do, and I'm not interested in them. Whoa, Omega. Whoa. Brooklyn just got here, bro. You guys are like new. You guys are still from New Jersey right now. Like, you have not unpacked your bags yet. Omega H. Jones. Like, the Brooklyn Nets are still from New Jersey. You have not unpacked your luggage yet. You know what I'm saying? You guys are in Brooklyn, yes, but you have not completely unpacked. You didn't put the mayonnaise in the fridge yet. You didn't get the water cooler. Like, you guys are still Jersey. Calm down. Let the Knicks be the Knicks. I think Miko was the most talked about subject in the world. Like, Miko was trending. Homie wanted to be famous. He made it. When he made it the world star, it was kind of over. PayPal is Forrest Parker, Al. Yes, that's Cousin Felix. I had to move all my stuff to my American accounts. Mark, I should do a draft special, right? I should do a draft special. You guys, it'll blow your mind how much I know about players in college. I believe we're gonna go with Simmons, but I think we should go for a tackle. Honestly, we got a quarterback, we got a running back. Why not get a lineman to go with those three? Go together the next few years, you know. Oh, William, I said it straight up and down. I want LaMelo Ball. The problem with LaMelo Ball is Barrett needs the ball in his hand. LaMelo needs the ball in his hand. But LaMelo does defer a lot. So I like them two together because LaMelo was he a 6'9", point guard, 6'7", 6'8" point guard. Let him be. You know, R.J. Barrett was playing point guard for the Knicks right now. For the most part, excuse me. He's bringing the ball up. Put them together. If RJ has to be ball dominant, make RJ the point guard and have a two guard that's 6'8", 6'9" in LaMelo that can handle the rock. We don't lose. Where's Tua going? I think Tua should go to the Redskins, but he might go to San Diego. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you guys really want to know, maybe I'll do a live during the draft if you guys are interested. I might do a pop-up live during the draft. Depending on the first 3 picks, I can tell you where everyone's going after that. It all depends on the first 3 picks. Steelers, Anita in the building. Okay, I got some friends that are Steelers fans. It all depends on the first. Of course, Burrow's going first. Then after that, it kind of depends what the Redskins do. What the Redskins do will kind of dictate the draft. What the Lions do will dictate the draft. Okay, the Giants really don't matter. We don't need a quarterback. But what the Redskins and Lions do will dictate the rest of the draft because they are quarterback-needy teams. They are teams that are saying they don't want a quarterback, but we'll draft one. So we'll see. Fox, what up? You late to the party, man. You super late. What you here? Omega H. Yes, Melo is Ben Simmons with a 3. Exactly. And you know what's crazy? He uses his frame so perfectly. Like, LeVar Ball said it a long time ago. He said Melo will be the best of all his sons. And I honestly see Melo is the truth. Tone, yeah, facts. I mean, but Tone, no matter if he was injured or not, I want Patrick Ewing taking the last shot. That we missed it. I'm not mad. If anybody else took that shot, I'd have broken my TV. My pops would have kicked me out the house. Trust me. That shot right there, Ewing took it. I was hurt, but Ewing took it. Anybody else would have took the shot, I would have been livid if they missed. So I can't be mad. Ewing was my guy. It is what it is. Curl gonna have to let me my wand. Curl gonna have to leave this live with that Eagle stuff. All right, so I had the front terra. Let me see, you guys see that? The front terra in the deep freezer. I'm in the office. You guys can see the deep freezer. All right, I had it in deep freezer. It is cold. Woo. So I can't put this back in the deep. It's getting a little slush in there now. So this will be my last cup as we finish this live up, and I'll save that for another day. Woo, that's cold. That bottle is cold. So let me finish these comments real quick, and then we get into some chitty chat. Don't forget, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Wednesday, 8 p.m. We'll be quarantine and chill. Have your wine, have your vodka, have your Hennessy, have whatever. Have you a cup. We're gonna do a straight up Q&A, question and answer, all for the whole live. Excuse me. So I'm content with my quarterback from Duke, 100%. I'm content with my quarterback. I have no. I like Daniel Jones. People don't realize that other teams wanted him. The draft is all about lies. The NFL draft is not the NBA draft. NFL draft, everybody lies to throw you off. Daniel Jones was the top-rated quarterback. Haskins was. All right, let's get into this real quick because you guys want to know what I know about football. Haskins was never on the Giants draft board. I'm going to tell you why. It has nothing to do with him black. The being black is stupid. Ohio State quarterbacks never do good in the NFL. One-year starters never do good in the NFL. The person that Haskins could not beat out for the starting job was a fourth-string quarterback on the Saints and then played in the XFL. Okay? Haskins put up 50 touchdowns. Guess what? Fields put up 50 touchdowns in Ohio State's program. Ohio State is the program. Texas, the same thing, is the program. You guys don't remember. Vince Young could not read defenses. Vince Young was the only quarterback that had more wins than he had touchdown passes. It's all about the system. Burrow is a quarterback. Tua is a quarterback. Haskins is the quarterback from the system. Certain guys are quarterbacks from the system, which is why Steve Spurrier, all his Florida quarterbacks, all his South Carolina quarterbacks could never make it in the NFL. System quarterbacks do not survive in the NFL. That just is what it is. Yes, Burrow had one good year, but last year he was no slouch. And this year was amazing. I mean, it's the most impressive season of a quarterback of all time. 60 touchdowns? He had was 6 interceptions? What he did this year has never been done in the history of football. Burrow was hands down amazing, but if Tua doesn't get hurt, Tua may not match those numbers because Burrow had a little bit more talent around him, but Tua still does his thing because Tua is a great talent. Ricky Spanish said Duke has fake classes for their sports players. Ricky Spanish, welcome to the NCAA. Almost everybody has fake classes for their sports players. Wow, let's get you a bottle for Wednesday night. Quarantine and chill. We talk about whatever. R. Fox, facts. He's a mobile. Eli with heart. I mean, Eli did have heart, though. Come on. My quarterback had heart. Jones is mobile. Listen, Omega Ace Jones, I'm going to tell you right now, he said Justin Fields is going to be nice. I just hope the Ohio State system does not hurt Fields. Because, remember, Fields was at Georgia. He left because what's the name was still there. Fields was one of the top high school quarterbacks I've ever seen. Fields has an arm. He has the talent. He has this. Fields can be on the Tua level in about a year. I believe this year you'll see Fields like, wow. Remember, he only had 5 interceptions. He had the best touchdown interception ratio in the country. He had 3 or 5 interceptions. He had really low interceptions. Fields was a monster. Terry Bradshaw couldn't spell cat. No, well, Omega, what happened was Burrow left because he didn't have a chance to start. You got to understand something. when you go to a school, you're highly recruited, but you don't get a chance to start. Like, should Burrow beat into Haskins? Some say yes, some say no, but Haskins won out. And then the thing was, Haskins went out by seniority. That's why Burrows left. I just told you guys. Haskins could not beat out J.T. Barrett for 3 years. Remember, J.T. Barrett broke tons of records. He could not beat him out. And he was a starter. He was the push-in starter, where Burrows felt he should have been the starter. Best black quarterback ever, Warren Moon. I'm going to say that Russell Wilson's right there, brother. Who do I like in college football? I don't have one team. I've always been a Notre Dame fan, always, my whole life. I just love Notre Dame. Maybe it's the Irish. I don't know. Florida State, still Miami, even from back in their days in the 90s, the great Miami teams. I don't have one team. I like to watch a bunch of teams. So I would say Florida State, Miami, Notre Dame. I really like LSU. I've just always been in love with their system. LSU can pump out NFL talent like no one can. I mean, you can say Alabama all you want, but LSU's talent always does good in the NFL. Where Alabama talent gets drafted, they may rise or fall. I haven't seen too many LSU dudes, besides the dude from the Raiders, not really do good in the NFL. LSU dudes always seem to do good at any position in the NFL. So I kind of like all those teams. Nah, Wallace, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Jesse, 100%. The year before, he had an average season, 100%. But it was a new system. Remember, the last year was that new offensive coordinator. They shared duties. The old guy with the young guy. I forgot their names. I apologize. I forgot their names off the top of my head. The old guy with the young guy at LSU, and they combined. And the young guy has all these ideas about offense, and that's why the offense was so explosive. They knew that Burrow had an arm. They knew they had receivers. They said, you know what? We're going to launch this ball. And that's what they did. The old guy was more about ground and pound, throw the ball once in a while. The young guy came in. Remember, they have two offensive coordinators. The young guy came in, split duties, and the young guy was like, I got a kid with an arm. Let's launch the ball. So LSU got better only because that new coordinator's in there. Oh, Trevor Lawrence from Clemson is a beast. I give nothing but respect for Clemson. Trevor Lawrence is, I don't know if you guys know, they called him Young Jesus because of his hair back in his first season. Yeah, but Omega, Ohio State had the best offensive line in the country, which is why JD, what's his name, the running back for Ohio State, which is why they're predicting he goes second or third round. He's good, but Ohio State had the best offensive line in the country, the best offensive line. Man, what time is it? I'm gonna get off this live. I'm gonna check your live out 3:30. For you guys on my live right now, if you subscribe to Mayor Sosua has a live at 3:30. He just posted. Clemson is definitely wide receiver. Good Lord. There you go, Fox. Thank you. 3,200 yards, 41 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Fields at Ohio State. Okay, JT. So Terrell Pryor was a hell of a talent to me. Cardale Jones, JT Barrett. But JT, who was the guy that got hurt who became a wide receiver? What was the guy's name? What was the quarterback name before Cardale Jones that got hurt? And he became a wide receiver when he came back. You guys forget about him. Cardale Jones only got some playing time because Troy Smith, he got hurt. That was his name, Troy Smith? Is that what it was? And he became a wide receiver in the NFL who's doing decent. Bubba, the Cash App comes through immediately. My guys, can you post that Cash App real quick? I'll post it again. The Cash App and the PayPal comes through immediately. Let me post that again. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this. Where am I at here? I'll post that one more time before we get off of this for you guys. I'll post that. Oh, I see Ryan posted it too. Okay. And you guys check out the shit. Why do I keep doing that? You guys check out the IG. I had to make my IG private because someone was stalking me. Somehow, certain people knew exactly what I was doing at all times. So that's the IG as well. You guys keep me up on that. J.K. Dobbins, thank you, Jay. Top of my head, I tell you, I got so much information. J.K. Dobbins, they're saying that, and I like J.K. Dobbins. I had an argument with my friend from D.C. about this. J.K. Dobbins is good, but he played behind the best line in college football. Me and you can get yards behind that line. I'll probably run about a 5.2 right now at 41 years old. All right. Fastest time I ever had was a 4.4, but my average about a 4.5. But I'll probably run a 5.2, and I can get yards behind that line. I'm sorry. Wallace, appreciate you, brother. At Mayor, Curl loves you. Okay. Ernest, if this lockdown, wait a minute, Ernest. He said, I hope the lockdown is over November 18th. If this lockdown is not over by my birthday's November 18th. If this lockdown is not over by my birthday, I'm going to go crazy. Felicia, I heard about that, and my moms had told me. I heard about that. I actually spoke to my cousin in Orlando right now. She's actually going to contact my aunts that's still over there in Macon and see if they're okay. I heard about that. For you guys that don't know, Georgia has been getting tornadoes, which is crazy. Excuse me. Shout out to all you guys. What about 2 hours? Man, you guys keep it. Let me tell you something. You guys keep the live going, which is why Quarantine and Chill will be dope, because Quarantine and Chill is going to be straight up and down Q&A. I have no content for Quarantine and Chill. It will be straight up questions and answers. That's it. Yo, wait. I might be a 5'4". I don't even know. I used to be pretty fast. So I gave myself a good 5'2". Extreme close-up. Iowa actually had a decent line. But I mean, as a whole, from tackle to tackle, guard to center, Ohio State last year had the best line in the league. And I think they're bringing everybody back except one person. So they'll have the best line again this year. Ohio State definitely has their line, which is why I watched J.K. Dobbins and I said, wow, he's good, but you could put anybody behind that line. That line was awesome. That line was like, they moved if you go back, I watch film. Go pick up any highlights of J.K. Dobbins right now when you get off this live. Right now. Look at the holes that he had. Those holes were like a 42nd Street prostitute back in 1985. It's like this big. You can run. Anybody can run through those holes. It was him and a cornerback and a safety. I mean, I'm sorry. And I like J.K. Dobbins. All I'm saying is, he had the biggest holes in college football. I mean, what can you do? Selena Fuller. Yeah, listen, all I know is I saw a house on the highway. That's when you know when a tornado picks up a house and puts it on the highway, and the highway, that's wild. And Dwayne Haskins did. Hey, he had a great. Ohio State keeps good lines, by the way. Hold on, Carmelo Anthony stealing my wine and YouTube thing. I gotta go see his channel. I'm gonna check Carmelo channel out. But for you guys, if you guys leave this channel, Mayor Sosua has a video coming. If you guys mess with him, he here. R5, the deuce in 85. That's how big the holes are for J.K. Dobbins at Ohio State. Ernest, Jordan Love, I'm going to tell you right now, if he goes to the Patriots, if he makes it that far, Jordan Love is one of the top quarterbacks. People don't realize he lost all his talent his last year. They all left. If Jordan Love makes it to the Patriots, expect the Patriots to win some more championships in the near future. I'm sorry, Jordan Love is the truth. Highway 74, yes, Felicia. Yep. So we're at 2 hours. I appreciate all you guys. Love may need a year to develop, but Love has all of it. They keep saying Mahomes. I hate comparing people to Mahomes. Mahomes is just a generational talent. He's special, you know, but Love is special. I compare Love more to a Russell Wilson, as he can dominate the game, take over the game, and control the game, whereas Mahomes is just going to destroy the game and blow you out, you know. I think Brady's going to do good. He has a lot of talent over there. Tua, Herbert, or Jordan Love? Extreme close-up in this order. Tua, Jordan Love, Herbert. Herbert should have came out last year. He looked really bad this year at Oregon compared to the way he looked the year before. Had he came out the year before, number 2 quarterback after Kyle Murray, I think Giants take him over Jones. Herbert was looking better last year than he did this year. This year he showed a lot of flaws in his game, a lot of interceptions. So, but my order is Tua. If you those 3, Tua, Jordan, and then Herbert. Jordan's really good. I don't think you guys understand something. Jordan is really, really good. I've watched this kid. I've seen him, and then I've watched tape on him. His arm is amazing. It's just, will the right offensive coordinator take him and say, hey, let's do it. Like, I watch a lot. Listen, I've been doing the draft since 2004 when Eli came in the league. As far as actually doing the draft and studying the players and watching this, I've been doing that. Previously, I probably did here and there, but not as much. KC and Baltimore next. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Okay, Omega said early Super Bowl picks. My early Super Bowl picks right now, before the draft. Now, it's going to change after the draft. Before the draft, my early Super Bowl picks. Kansas City, Tampa Bay. And yes, I'm only saying Tampa Bay because of Tom, but they have a hell of a defense. So we'll see. Oh, Selena, you a dealer in Vegas. Nice. My ex-wife has some family members from Louisiana that are dealers over there. So, but you're all folks with full pay. Hey, you're not doing too bad full pay. I heard they're laying off cops in Vegas right now. D. Hicks, I'm going to tell you something about Jalen Hurts. I love the kid's work ethic. I love the fact that he's one of the most powerful dudes you're ever going to see. If they move him to running back, he can do it. And with his move to running back, what's going to happen with Jalen Hurts, if he doesn't mind going to running back, what's going to happen with, because he's one of the strongest dudes in the draft. Bench press, squat, Jalen Hurts is a beast. If he moves to running back, there's always that threat from the wildcat and the backup quarterback position, or the halfback pass that you have with him. He can be your backup halfback and your backup quarterback at the same time. I'm just saying. Mayor, do I think Antonio Brown be back in the league? Listen, Antonio Brown is batshit crazy. I think someone takes a chance on him, but I don't think it's a team with a young quarterback. Everybody kept saying Baltimore. I said no. This is from years of knowing athletes and knowing certain things. You don't put a cancer with a young player. You don't. Antonio's a cancer. You put Antonio in a good situation, which he was in the Patriots, but he got caught up in some shit from the past. If Antonio can go to a situation where everybody's veterans and in charge, yes. But you do not put Antonio with a young quarterback. You just can't. Oh, Ernest, you can wish on Tampa. That's like the Cowboys. Yeah, there you go, JT. Cowboys and the Falcons going to be sitting next to each other watching Tampa. Nah, P. Platter Joe, if we talking about Hurts is not going to play tight end. He's going to be a running back or a backup quarterback. I say running back because he's short. Not short. He's stocky. He's got that. He can move. He can run the ball. Nah, Belichick's not going to retire no time soon. Oh, Derwin James is a monster. I love that kid. Too bad he got hurt last year. Exactly. Jalen Hurts can be like Tyson Hill. Exactly. He can be that version. The running back, the wildcat quarterback. He can do it all. I mean, Jalen Hurts is that guy. He's a big dude. A lot of you guys don't realize Jalen Hurts is probably stronger than most running backs and most linebackers, most defensive linemen. He's a workout freak. Termer runner, I think the Giants should go with a lineman. I believe they should. But honestly, I love Isaiah Simmons. He's a generational talent. We'll see. But guys, like I said, Wednesday at 8 o'clock, quarantine and chill. Have your bottle. Have your questions ready. We'll get it. Extreme closer. Tristan Wirfs right now. But Makai, the dude from Louisville, was there. But he just got caught up in that drug shit. And he went and told all the teams, hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. But he messed that up. He would have been probably the top tackle taken because he's the most athletic. Oh, Lamar Jackson. Listen, you guys saw how people slowed down San Francisco's game. You cannot slow down Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is going to show you how the college game transitions to the NFL. And don't be surprised if you get more people finding a guy that can run the ball and throw the ball in high school and college and turning him into Lamar Jackson. Kirkwood, hit me up. I'm going to get some food. I'm hungry. What time is it? I got to make sure I'm home before curfew. Oh, Brugal and apple juice. Oh, I had to stop drinking brown, though. All right, guys. I appreciate all y'all. Have y'all questions ready for Wednesday at 8 p.m. Appreciate that, Selena. Definitely appreciate that. Tag it donations so I have it because we get a lot of donations. Wednesday at 8 p.m. It will be quarantine and chill. Have your questions ready because all I'm going to have is my wand and I'm going to read everybody's questions. I'm going to answer everybody's questions. We've been on here for 2 hours. You guys keep this going, so I appreciate you guys. All you guys be good. Subscribe, hit the like button, share, hit that notification bell. Make sure you get the notifications so when I do a pop-up live, because I guarantee the next Love and Flip Flop will be a pop-up live. Appreciate all you guys. Y'all be good. I'm out.